Local 5 flags are at half-staff, and a makeshift memorial now stands at the steps of the U.S. Supreme Court, hours after the passing of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tom Zalaski.
And I'm Michelle McCormack. Ruth Bader Ginsburg was one of the nation's highest and on the nation's highest court for 27 years.
She also spent her final years on the bench as the unquestioned leader of the court's liberal wing. Ginsburg was born Ruth Joan Bader on March 15th in 1933 in Brooklyn, New York. In 1980, President Carter appointed Ginsburg to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia. President Bill Clinton nominated her as an Associate Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court on June 14, 1993, to fill the seat vacated by retiring Justice Byron White. Ginsburg endured several health scares since being appointed to the bench, undergoing surgery for colon cancer, pancreatic cancer, and lung cancer. Ginsburg died today from complications of metastatic pancreatic cancer. Now, the nation mourns the loss of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the second woman to be confirmed as a member of the United States Supreme Court.
And tonight we take a look back at her remarkable life.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg was a star in the legal world, but most Americans learned her name in 1993 when President Bill Clinton tapped her for the Supreme Court.
I, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, do solemnly swear.
Poised and soft-spoken, she was a native New Yorker with a stellar resume and only the second woman ever picked for the nation's highest court. But decades earlier, after graduating from Columbia Law School, Ginsburg had to fight her way along the career path. She had the full support of her husband Martin, but being Jewish, a woman, and a mother, she said, were three strikes that put her out of the game. Rejected by law firms, she took a job as a law clerk, then a professor. In the 1970s, she started the Women's Rights Project at the ACLU.
Having experienced discrimination, she devoted the next 20 years of her career to fighting it.
Ginsburg took on a series of landmark cases dealing with gender equality. She argued 6 cases before the Supreme Court and won 5. And she welcomed President Clinton's nomination, not just as a personal achievement, but as a step forward for women.
It contributes to the end of the days when women, at least half the talent pool in our society, appear in high places only as one-at-a-time performers.
One of the High Court's more liberal voices, Ginsburg consistently supported civil rights, and she issued a strong dissent in the Bush versus Gore case, which decided the 2000 election. But she also voted with her conservative colleagues. She called the late Antonin Scalia her best buddy, and the two put ideology aside to share their love of opera and adventure. But she raised a political flap during the 2016 presidential race when she called Republican Donald Trump a faker. She later said she regretted her remarks, but stopped short of an apology. Ginsburg has had several health scares. In 2018, doctors removed 2 growths from her lungs, causing her to miss 6 days in court. She survived colon cancer and 2 incidents involving pancreatic cancer. Her refusal to step down and her unparalleled work ethic earned her pop culture icon status.
It was beyond my wildest imagination that I would one day become the notorious RBG.
Ginsburg lost her husband in 2010 after 56 years of marriage, but she was back in court a few days later for what she called an exhilarating development when Elena Kagan joined her and Sonia Sotomayor on the High Court, another milestone for the women's movement, which Ginsburg helped pioneer. Nicole Killian, CBS News, Washington.
And tonight, it appears the bitter political battle over who will take her place has already started.
There are 2 differing views from the top leaders in the U.S. Senate. Republican and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell issued a statement tonight which reads, quote, President Trump's nominee will receive a vote on the floor of the United States Senate. Minority Leader Chuck Schumer stated, quote, the American people should have a voice in the selection of their next Supreme Court justice. Therefore, this vacancy should not be filled until we have a new president.
And we should mention that both President Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden praised Ruth Bader Ginsburg at campaign stops in Minnesota tonight. We have online coverage of the life of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Just go to our website, wearegreenbay.com.